Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege Operator Guide. In this video we will be discussing Tachanka, or at least I believe that's how you say it. A defensive operator that is part of the Spetsnaz CTU. For his primary weapon he can equip either the SASG-12 shotgun or the 9x19 VSN submachine gun, which I will just refer to as the 9x19 because the full name is a bit of a mouthful. For his secondary weapon, he can equip either the GSH-18 handgun or the PMM handgun. For his secondary gadget, he can equip either barbed wire or a deployable shield. For his primary weapons, they work as you'd really expect. The SASG shotgun does high damage at close range and it has a magazine capacity of 10. I would also like to say that it has extremely high recoil if you fire it rapidly, so try to pace your shots. Don't just go, and expect to hit stuff, because it's not going to happen. Okay, just try to pace your shots, fire a little bit slower, and try to be a little bit more accurate than you'd normally have to with any of the other shotguns. I also found that using it to lock down the objective area is the most effective tactic while wielding it. The 9x19 submachine gun has an average fire rate, average damage, and a magazine capacity of 30. Also, it has really low recoil for a weapon in its class, or well, they all really have low recoil, but you should have no problem controlling it. I found that sticking to medium range and aiming for that one lethal headshot was the most effective way of wielding it. So if you want to stick to close range and lock down the objective, take the SASG. If you want to roam or just aim for more precision, take the 9x19. His secondaries are quite similar, with only really two differences, which are magazine capacity and damage. The GSH-18 has a higher magazine capacity of 18, while the PMM only has 8 rounds in its mag. But the PMM does significantly higher damage than the GSH-18. If you're new to the game, or you haven't gotten recoil control down pat yet, and you need those extra rounds, grab the GSH-19 or 18. Bleh. If you prefer higher damage but less ammo, take the PMM into battle. For secondary gadgets, it's really up to your playstyle. The barbed wire can be used to do a little bit of damage to enemies and slow them down, but it also has another use, and we'll get to that a little bit later. The shield can be used to block an entryway or provide some extra cover for your team. So yeah, if you just want to slow down your enemies or make a little distraction, barbed wire. If you want some extra protection, shield. Now it's time for my personal opinion. I rolled the 9x19 because I prefer submachine guns over shotguns. That's just my personal playstyles. I have never really liked using shotguns. And I take the PMM because I like having that higher damage to smite my foes. And for the secondary gadget, I take the deployable shield so I can give myself a little bit extra cover while using my special ability as Tachanka. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, Tachanka's special ability. Tachanka can deploy a mounted LMG. This has quite a few important aspects. First, it takes a few seconds to deploy. So if you're in a situation where you're short on time, like say you're being chased or something like that, don't try to deploy it because odds are you will be killed while trying to set it up. Next, it has a specific turning radius. You cannot turn 360 degrees, you cannot go full circle while using the LMG. When you set it up, you can only turn around 120 degree radius. Also, any player can use it. Now this means that teammates can hop onto it and just, kill a few enemies. But it also means that an enemy can hop on it and mow down your entire team, which isn't very good. Also, while manning the LMG, you cannot move yourself. This means that your head stays in relatively the same position, making it extremely easy for an enemy to headshot you. So you need to be extra careful about when you use it. Finally, the LMG shoots through 2 layers of walls. This means it has extra penetration and can deal its normal damage while shooting through walls. This makes setting up an ambush through a wall or a window or something like that a very good tactic. Speaking of tactics, let's discuss a few, shall we? One good tactic is to use barbed wire. As I mentioned before, barbed wire can slow enemies down. While they are slowed, you can light them up with your LMG and kill them relatively quickly. Also, if you want to use this tactic, I suggest having a teammate or like a friend of yours select Bandit, since his shock charges can make the barbed wire deal even more damage. Another tactic is to have someone on camera so you can correctly time an ambush through a wall. This also works pretty well with Pulse. Now to my favorite part of my guides, the combos and counters. Tachanka can surprisingly work well with a few operators, his best combo being with Pulse. Pulse can use his cardiac sensor to help Tachanka with his ambushes and with his timing. Also, when using the LMG, it's pretty handy to know where all your enemies are at. Another great combo with Tachanka is Smoke. Smoke can use his gas canisters to guide enemies into Tachanka's LMGs. If an enemy is rushing down a hallway, this is an example, and is hit with the gas canister, they will likely try to find another way around, have Tachanka set up into another area like a different route, and kind of cut off the enemy, because he'll freak out. He's like, oh, gas, run to a room with Tachankas, and then Tachanka just mow him down. I know you're asking who counters Tachanka, and I'll tell you, really anyone. Like I said, when he's using his LMG, he's really vulnerable since he can't move and his head stays in really the same position. Just figure out where he's at and peek around the corner quickly and just headshot him. It's not too hard. But a few operators do have little quirks that can counter him easier than others. One such operator is Capiteo, as this will probably be his strongest counter. He can use his incendiary bolts to either kill Tachanka easily or at least get him off of his LMG. Another operator that can counter Tachanka is Twitch. Her shock drone can damage Tachanka while he's on his LMG. Do this enough and he'll either die or get so annoyed he'll focus completely on trying to kill your drone, giving your teammates enough time to cap him. That's it for the guide here, guys and gals. If you made it this far, thanks for watching the video, and I'm glad you made it. So hi. I would like to hear your opinions on Tachanka. Do you like him? Do you hate him? I just want to know. I love talking about Siege with other people. It's fun. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Also, you should really check out my Twitter, because that's where I try to update you all on the progress of my videos and really just talk to myself. I'm pretty lonely. So follow me, so I don't have to be so lonely. Also, I'm using a new audio setup for this video, so if the audio sounds better than other videos or if it sounds worse than other videos, please let me know so I can adjust it, because I've been playing around with my audio settings to kind of like eliminate some background noise, and it's just some feedback that I find will be pretty handy to getting my setup right. Yeah, so that's about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm the Bowderman, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.